Hello and welcome to Official Rules, a Sweepstakes podcast. I am your host, Jay Victor, and thank you once again for joining me this time for episode number 2, being recorded today on August 19th, 2024. On this episode, we'll be doing a recap of some great sweepstakes that came out last week. I'll be giving you my top 5, as well as going over some organizational tips, and then going back to episode 1 to kind of clear up something that I meant to go back to, but didn't have a chance to. In the meantime, if you have any questions or comments, any ideas or thoughts on this or any other topic, including any recent or biggest wins that you've had while doing sweepstakes, feel free to drop me a line at sweepstakespodcast@gmail.com. Again, that's sweepstakespodcast@gmail.com. So getting back to last week, I was discussing some wins that I had towards the end of last year. I did mention that there was a sweepstakes through Family Dollar and Celsius that I won an electric bike. The retail value was $19.99, for which, as a lot of you folks do know, and some of you may not, but if you win typically a prize that's over $600, you will get a 1099 tax form because you'll have to pay taxes on that item. So I was given a 1099 for obviously the retail value of the bike, which was $19.99. I ended up selling that bike for $1,100. Now, here's the tricky part when doing taxes, and you may have a tax person do your taxes, or you may do them yourself by hand. I typically do TurboTax, which I've been doing for the last, it's got to be 15 years at this point. But when you get to that section on TurboTax, obviously you have to enter in all the information from the 1099. It's all plug and play. It gets typed in, but then they also ask you for the fair market value of that prize. So if you win an item, let's, for the sake of numbers, say that bike was valued at $2,000. It's a pretty exciting moment, but if you go to the manufacturer's website, you find that same exact bike already on sale for $1,700. And then you look at a big shopping chain in the United States. Maybe they're selling that item for $1,500. Someone has it that they're selling privately, brand new in the box, for $1,300. You sell yours for $1,100. You have to come up with an idea of what the actual fair market value is. Now, I'm not a tax person. I don't give any tax or legal advice. But in most cases, the fair market value is going to be what you and obviously the buyer of the product you're looking to sell comes up with. Obviously, you can't call it $1 and say, oh yeah, that was the fair market value. That's going to raise some serious red flags. But obviously, in most cases, you could at least go with a sales price that you noticed it online or advertised with a national firm like a Amazon or a Walmart or a Target. And obviously keep that as proof, because when it's time to do your taxes, you're going to have to prove whatever you put down, be it the fair market value, all of your income, etc. So I just want to get back to that because I mentioned in the first episode I was going to get back to it, never did. Probably first time jitters, and still have some jitters from doing a podcast, but that's the learning process that we all go through. The second part on that same sweepstakes, and feel free again, email me if this happens to you, sweepstakespodcast@gmail.com. After I won that bike through Family Dollar and Celsius, not so much Family Dollar because I used to go with my son to that store because he liked the little toy section. We still actually do because we have one in town that's within walking distance. So when the weather's nice, we're usually going for a walk. And we do visit Family Dollar. However, Celsius I had never heard of. I think I maybe saw the refrigerators at the gas station where they have display cases. And after I won that prize, the next time, I think it was a week or so after, I said, okay, let me try this out. It looks like an energy drink. I'm not too fond of like Red Bulls or Monsters, anything like that. But I gave the orange flavor of Celsius a try, and I was hooked. That is a great product. It's a great drink, cold especially. So if you have not tried it, my suggestion, go to your local convenience store, grocery store, gas station, or you could actually get a great deal on Celsius online on Amazon. Give it a try. Great product. But has that ever happened where you won a sweepstakes for maybe a product that you never used before, and after you won the sweepstakes, you gave it a try and out of nowhere, or maybe you just decided you liked it? Let me know either way. Again, sweepstakespodcast@gmail.com. So we had some nice sweepstakes come out last week, and I'm going to give you my personal top 5. And I'm not going to say not in any order, because it is in somewhat of an order that I would pick. But my favorites are usually based on kind of the prize itself, the amount of prizes available, the ease of entry, the length and the term of the sweepstakes. And I'll list off my top 5 here. If you think I missed anything, again, this is for the week beginning August 19th, and I'm going by a handful of sweepstakes websites that I use, but more specifically, my tried and true favorite, Sweepstakes Fanatics. Starting at number 5, Jersey Mike's Tickets and Subs Sweepstakes. Now, this makes it to number 5 because you have one really interesting grand prize. You have $5,000 in Jersey Mike's gift cards. And if you're a fan of Jersey Mike's like I am, that would definitely come handy. I have not done the math on this, but I'm assuming, let's see if we can do some quick math. That's what, for a single person, like 350 visits? If you're better at math, or you know the pricing better than I do, and obviously it's going to depend on the amount of food and the size of sandwich that you buy, but that is a ton of visits to Jersey Mike's. So grand prize winner, $5,000 in Jersey Mike's gift cards, $5,000 in Ticketmaster e-gift cards, for a total actual retail value of $10,000. That's the grand prize. 150 first place winners are going to receive a $100 Ticketmaster ticket cash code, which would definitely come in handy if you want to see any type of musical concert, or in my case, there's a lot of comedians coming around our way in New England that I'd like to see. And tickets are expensive nowadays, so $100 would be a nice little discount on your favorite comedian or band that you are looking to see through Ticketmaster. This is a daily entry sweepstakes, and it is running from August 8th through November 3rd. So you got some time before a winner actually gets picked, but good luck to you if you're entering that one. I thought that was a really neat one based on the prize, and it did make number 5. Number 4 on the sweepstakes that came out last week. This is through Milky Way, and it's the Milky Way bus giveaway. And I may be a little biased because I used to own a Volkswagen, and I love the Volkswagen brand, and I love their vehicles. But the winner of this sweepstakes is going to win a refurbished 1974 Volkswagen bus valued at $44,500. If you read the official rules, it also says that the sponsor will be delivering it to the winner, so it's not like you even have to go pick this up anywhere. So beyond that, fortunately or unfortunately, that's the only prize, but it's a biggie. It's a completely refurbished 1974 VW bus. The start date for the contest was August 12th, and it's running through September 15th. So just over a month, which doesn't make a really long sweepstakes. And it's single entry. So it's one and done. It keeps it fair for everybody as long as you're 18 and older. Unfortunately, and obviously this is where the delivery comes in, it excludes our friends in Alaska and Hawaii. Sorry about that, folks. And that's actually another reason it made it to number 4 on my list. But great prize, one and done, single entry, and a fairly short amount of time to get your entry in, which is also another short amount of time for other people to get their entry in. So before we move on to number 3, we'll pause here for a second with what I just mentioned from Family Dollar and Celsius. So I entered the sweepstakes, I think the second or third day it was out. And after my entry was done, I also looked up kind of the going rate for a 1974 Volkswagen bus. And what I'm seeing online, for the very few that are out there, because obviously this is a rare vehicle. It's not like you're looking up a 2020 Honda Civic and there's 300 of them in a 50-mile radius. But from what I found, the 74 Volkswagen bus refurbished, or I'm assuming by refurbished they also may mean restored. This should probably be something like a show type car, or at least fairly original. Again, nonetheless, very exciting prize. It looks like they're going for anywhere between 25 and 30. So they're valuing it at $44,500. Is that the amount of the vehicle plus what it took them to get refurbished? Is it what you would get necessarily taxed on? I don't know. I would probably make a play for the fair market value to be a little bit closer to $30,000, or obviously depending if you keep it or not, whatever you could sell it for and get it averaged out. I'll tell you right now, if I won this thing, I would definitely keep it, because I love the old Volkswagen buses and I love car shows. So I would love to pull up to a car show with one of those things. So that was number 4, the Milky Way bus giveaway. Coming at number 3, the Recover 180 Ultimate Football Experience Sweepstakes. Now this one I had at number 3 for a variety of reasons. The start date is August 1st. It runs through October 31st. So there's a few months before they're going to be picking a winner. But the kicker is it's only a single entry. And you're going to have a total of 15 winners. They're going to have 5 grand prize winners. They're going to have 5 first place winners. And they're going to have 5 second place winners, all receiving a prize package. And eligibility is going to be open to residents of all 50 states, including DC, that are 18 and older. So starting with second place, you would get, if you're one of the 5, 1 Recover 180 branded cooler chair, 12 cases of Recover. So the way they have it listed, a case would be 12 by 12, so that would be a gross of 16.9 ounce bottles. That is a ton of drink. Actual retail value for those 5 second place winners is going to be $820, so definitely a taxable event there. For the first place winners, it looks like they will also receive 1 cooler, a $100 Fanatics gift card, 12 cases of Recover. So that's 12 bottles per case. Yeah, 12 times 12. That's a gross. 144 bottles of Recover 180. That actual retail value is $1,020 for first place. Again, 5 of those winners. And your 5 grand prize winners are going to get not only the same cooler, they're also going to get a smoker, a soundbox wireless speaker, a $500 American Express gift card, a $100 Fanatics gift card, and 12 cases of Recover 180. Actual retail value $2,820. So a great single entry sweepstakes, one and done, August 1st through October 31st. And even if you get second place, I mean, you're getting 144 drinks, which would be nice to stash away in the cupboard, in the basement, just some cool, dry place. Please don't store it in the garage or the attic if you have a hot garage or attic. But good for them. 15 prizes. That makes it to number 3. Number 2. And going on with the theme of drinks, one of my favorite drinks, Vitamin Water Paint Your Rent Contest. This one requires a photo. So it made it to number 2. So ease of use, you have to provide a photo, which to me, I sent in a photo of our living room and had a picture of a bottle of vitamin water there, which is what they do ask. And you need to use a free Coca-Cola account. If you are someone who's into sweepstakes, you more than likely have a Coca-Cola account already. If you do not, or you're just getting into it, that's going to be one of the things you want to sign up for, is going to be a Coca-Cola account, because you could enter into Coke sweepstakes, vitamin water, all the brands that are owned by Coke as well. So what's the deal with this sweepstakes? 5 winners will get free rent for a year and a fridge full of vitamin water. Like I mentioned, you need a free Coca-Cola account, upload a photo of a space in your home that's in need of an upgrade, quote unquote. In the photo, you should include a bottle of vitamin water or a picture/image of one. This runs from August 13th through August 27th. So literally 14 days, 2 weeks, single entry, open to residents of all 50 states. And here's the breakdown. They're doing 5 grand prize winner. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people are going to get a check for $20,556 to cover 1 year of rent. And they mentioned, or actually Todd mentioned ever so nicely in his write-up on Sweepstakes Fanatics, 1 year of rent based on the national average of $1,713 per month as of March 2024. So you'll be getting a check for $20,556. They also include a design consultation from a sponsor's partner to help the winner create their space, a sponsor-specified fridge and an assortment of vitamin water flavors, which I would love. I like all of them. I'll grab a random vitamin water as long as it's cold. If I had my pick, I'm taking XXX. That's my favorite vitamin water flavor. But also an additional check for $4,570.20 to pay income taxes associated with the prize. How great is that? Now, I've never won a prize nearly that big that would constitute a second check to help offset taxes. But if you've been doing sweepstakes for some time, or maybe you just got lucky and won a huge one right away that included a second check to help offset taxes, I can't imagine that there's anything better than that. Like, what a great feeling to not only win, in my opinion, the vitamin water, but the check for over 20 grand. And they say, hey, by the way, here's a little something extra to cover the taxes. Thank you very much. So ease of use, you got to do a photo, got to do a little bit of work to get there. But I mean, the fact that they're doing 5 grand prizes and it's a short entry period of 2 weeks and it's only single entry, it's pretty simple, and good luck to whoever can win that. I would love to win that myself. But that is number 2. Number 1 on the recap for last week's, in my opinion, best sweepstakes that came out. The Ally Money Roots Money Tree Sweepstakes. Now, for this one, two winners, unlike the other one, two winners will get $18,900 cash in the Ally Money Roots Money Tree Sweepstakes. So you get a check for $18,900. They're going to have two grand prize winners. This one has a start date of August 13th through August 30th. Also, short entry window, which if you're really into sweepstakes, honestly, the shorter the better. Means less people that can get into it, so that increases your chances of winning. The less people know about it, and the less people that enter. This is, again, open to residents of the 50 states, including District of Columbia, ages 18 and older. And it's a one and done. It's a single entry sweepstakes. So the two grand prize winners, as I mentioned, are going to get a check for $18,900. But like the last contest, they will also get the secondary check of $5,700 to help defray taxes. So two lucky winners will get that. Then 5 first prize winners will receive $2,200 worth of MasterCard gift cards and also $660 check to help defray taxes. So typically when you see a prize that's, $2,000, $5,000, you rarely see a secondary check to help offset the taxes. So good for Ally for including that. Again, 5 winners for that prize. 70 second prize winners will get a $430 MasterCard gift card under the $600 limit. So even though it's under, you still should report that on your taxes, but that one will not be a 1099 event. So you will get that $430 MasterCard gift card. And lastly, 156 third prize winners will receive a $135 MasterCard gift card. So this made number one for several reasons. To me, single entry, one and done, fantastic. Open to everybody, fantastic. August 13th through August 30th, 17 days, just over 2 weeks, short window of entry, fantastic. Two really great grand prizes of some serious money. I mean, when you include the offset check, two people are going to win $24,600 each, which is a big amount of money. But the best part is, besides those two grand prize winners, you have a total of 233 winners that are going to be randomly selected in a short entry period on a one and done. I have a distinct feeling that this is probably the way that I won the Venmo sweepstakes a couple weeks ago, because you had to have a Venmo account. It was a short entry time. You had to set up a Venmo groups. You had to enter, I believe the max was 10 times with a hashtag. And a lot of people, in many cases, just aren't willing to go through something like that. So interestingly enough, there you go. So that is my wrap up for the week. At number 5, the Jersey Mike's Tickets and Subs Sweepstakes, $5,000 and $5,000 each, respectively, to Jersey Mike's and Ticketmaster. Number 4, the Milky Way Bus Giveaway, a 1974 Volkswagen bus that they value at $44,500. Number 3, the Recover 180 Ultimate Football Experience Sweepstakes. A lot of cool prizes, a lot of gift cards, a lot of cases of Recover 180. Number 2, the Vitamin Water Paint Your Rent Contest. Big money involved. Lots of delicious vitamin water involved. And number 1 that we just mentioned, the Ally Money Roots Money Tree Sweepstakes. A ton of winners. 233 winners are going to be randomly selected over 17 days. As of this recording on the 19th, there are 11 days left, and there have been 6 days that have expired. So it'll be interesting to see what happens moving forward, and best of luck to everybody who are entering these sweepstakes. And I'll put it out into the universe. I hope, if you're listening, and by the way, thank you so much for listening, that you win one of those contests and many, many, many more. That is just a fraction of the amount of contests that came out last week. but I'm going to do my best to make these recordings on Sundays or Mondays. I would like to do the wrap-up at the end of the week and give you my top 5 for sweepstakes that are out there. So I appreciate you listening again, and hopefully if you listened to the first show, I really appreciate you tuning in. It's my first time doing a podcast, so got some jitters there, but hopefully everything's going to work out. And my next episode, which will not be a recap episode, will have a little bit to do with organization. How do you get your sweepstakes organized? Do you do it through a website like Sweepstakes Fanatics or Infinite Sweeps or Sweepstakes Advantage or the several other sweepstakes websites that are out there? Or is there a better way? Are you a pen and paper person? Are you an Excel spreadsheet person? Do you have a trick with your browser? What is the best way that you do it? If you have any ideas or thoughts on that, feel free to email me, sweepstakespodcast@gmail.com. I'd like to thank you once again for joining me. I am Jay Victor. Thank you for tuning in, and have a wonderful day. And thanks for listening to Official Rules, a sweepstakes podcast.
This has been a father and son production.